Welcome back to The Edge. Hey, we've got an incredibly packed show today. We've got Baby Got Brunch, Patachou Foundation, Paul Poteet, Eat Here, Indy, Goose the Market, and we've got some winners on a bowling alley. What in the world else can we pack into this show? I don't know, but you got to stay tuned. Coming up right now.
Your audio and video source featuring Indianapolis tech trends, marketing industry champions, and business innovation. This is Edge of Indy, broadcasting from Edge Media Studios. Let's get today's conversation started.
Good afternoon, Indianapolis. How are we doing? We're doing good? Yep. See, you can't answer me until you actually comment in Facebook. This is Edge of Indy. I'm kind of bouncing all over the place today. Hey, the point of Edge of Indy is we focus on Indianapolis businesses and cultural entrepreneurs and innovators and movers and shakers that are making great stories here in Indianapolis, Indiana. We also feature people and organizations out there that are making Indianapolis an awesome place to live and visit. So we are constantly talking about choosing local and choosing local often. That's what Edge of Indy is all about. Hey, I think we have actually a special remote guest that wants to kick off the show. Are you there? Who's out there? Hello? We got him?
But are you there?
Oh my gosh, look at that. We've got one of our colleagues from what in the world is he doing?
What is he doing?
Okay, we've got Nate Torvik, who is the CSO of Site Strategics. He's literally wielding a bowling pin like a weapon, and there's a giant check behind him. So Nate, what's going on here? Nate, can you hear us?
Good start. Strong start, everyone.
All right, so Nate Torvik, he's out there, and he's
look at him
not
go.
listening to us. Wow. Yep. All right.
But he looks.
All right, so the
But
deal
he
is
looks
here.
happy.
Check it out. Is that we actually just competed at a bowling alley with a number of other brands out there that are trying to raise money. It was a friendly bowl off in competition, and guess what? We just won the bowling alley, the bowling media bowl off, because we also had some colleagues from WXNT 1430 as well as a number of other organizations. And here's the deal is that we won $500 for our charity of choice. And guess who we chose? We chose Indy Humane Society. Indy Humane. So
for all the dogs.
For all the Chihuahuas. Because there were a bunch of them that they saved here recently. So 5 of our colleagues went out from Site Strategics and won that bad boy. And we just want to thank so much for their participation and as well as our correspondence.
Who knew we had bowlers?
I didn't.
I didn't either.
I had no idea. But we did it for the dogs.
That's right.
All right. Well, fantastic.
We work hard for the dogs.
All right. Hey, we wanted to, that was fun. We wanted to introduce to you a number of great people today in the show. And first and foremost, we wanted to introduce to you two people that are friends of the show. We've got Ashley Brooks, co-founder of Baby Got Brunch Fest, as well as Matthew Feltrop, director of Patachou Foundation. Folks, thanks for joining us on the show.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Do you realize that there was beer involved in that first broadcast over there?
It seemed like there could have been.
Yeah, there was something
It had
happening.
the makings of that, it seemed. And rightfully, I mean, you can't bowl and not drink. This is true.
Yeah, you're absolutely true. And at the same time, hopefully you're doing that prior to bowling. Or not. I don't know, depending on what you want to accomplish on the bowling alley.
Seemed to work for your team.
I think it well, now at the same I don't think they were drinking during the game, but I don't know. I'd never hold that to Tom.
I'd be willing to bet that they probably were.
Yeah, probably so. Anyway, we won. It was fantastic. Point being is that we are always looking for great causes, and between Baby Got Brunch and the Patachou Foundation, there is a fantastic cause that we were wanting to showcase today. So let's talk about that. Ashley, you know a few things about food.
A few.
A few.
Yeah.
So you open Milktooth, and it's that's a fantastic restaurant,
Thank
as
you.
well as the Garfield Farmers Market.
Yes.
And you're also a cheese maker and a baker.
Well, I wouldn't call myself a cheese maker. I mean, I did make cheese.
Then you're
Then you're a
I think
cheese
there's a
maker by the
distinction.
bloody definition of making cheese.
I tried to make cheese for a couple years at Trader's Point Creamery
Got it.
and succeeded, but I didn't. It wasn't a career
I
choice.
see.
So
it was cheese for fun.
it's like calling yourself a cook versus a chef, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
But it
you're a
was fun.
cheese hobbyist.
Yes, that's right. Cheese
Fantastic.
connoisseur.
Okay.
I love all things.
So you love cheese.
I do.
Brittany, cheese. Who knew? There it is.
Old family joke. Hi, sister. I love you so much. Brittany, cheese.
There it is.
It's just for you.
So we talked about Baby Got Brunch, and this is you love the cheese, right? What is Baby Got Brunch? Let's talk about it. What's going on here?
Yeah, so there's really never been an official brunch festival in Indianapolis. So
Which is shocking.
It is kind of shocking. Yeah. So I kind of figured, well, I guess I'll do it.
That is taking hold and bringing such a light of, the undercurrent of everything is bacon. You realize that?
Yeah.
So at the pot of gold, there's a pot of gold at the end of every brunch, and that is the bacon bin.
Everyone loves bacon.
I'm
Even
saying.
if you're a vegetarian,
That
you
is
secretly love
foundational.
bacon.
Anyone
know.
worth knowing loves bacon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that should be actually a foundation of friendships. It's kind
That's
of
right.
like a
It
litmus test.
Should.
I think we have it as a part of our employee engagement, if I'm not mistaken.
Part of onboarding. Is
Onboarding.
Like, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you like bacon?
I think it's valid. That's a valid question.
So back to business. You've got an event coming up that is a brunch festival, August 26th.
August 26th. It's at the Pan Am Pavilion.
Oh, cool.
And it's Saturday morning, 10 o'clock to 2 p.m. Perfect time to drink Bloody Marys and mimosas and sample a bunch of brunch dishes from some of Indy's best restaurants.
That is fantastic.
It's a 21
So
and
fun.
up, too, right?
It is.
So
yes.
leave your kids at home.
Please
Yes.
do. Or
No.
they'll be waiting outside for a long
Exactly.
time.
Now, 26th is a Saturday or Sunday?
It's a Saturday.
Okay, very cool. Very cool. So you can park your kids someplace and
Yeah.
then come back to them.
You can park your kids on Sundays, too, but
Well,
it is
yeah.
on a Saturday.
It is on a Saturday. So you've got a bottomless mimosa.
Yeah, so with the ticket price, it's an open bar. So bottomless mimosas and Bloody Marys. And we have a build your own Bloody Mary bar, which is sponsored by Goose the Market,
Okay.
Smoking Goose. So I think you'll hear a little bit about that later on when Chris Seeley joins the show.
Yep.
So it's really exciting. And I think that's a big draw for people.
That is all I need.
Yeah.
But to double down, obviously having the brunch fest is one thing, but at the same time, it all goes to to benefit a foundation, right?
That's right. Yeah, it's all for a really good cause.
Whose
So-
foundation?
Whose foundation?
Matthew, take it away.
Well, all of the proceeds from this event are going to go and help us serve and solve childhood hunger here in Indianapolis. The
Very
Patachou
cool.
Foundation started 4 years ago, and since then we've served 50,000 meals to kids after school at the schools that they're going to, and we're taking them some really nutritious, high-quality food that they deserve.
I'm not sure if you tuned into last week's show, but we had Kara Kavinsky of INX3 as well as Lisa Mitchell from Amplify Indy on, and we were talking
Yes.
about women entrepreneurs here in Indy, and we were like loving all over Martha Hoover. So can you tell us more about her, because she's incredible?
She is an incredible woman, and she is the founder of the foundation. Martha started the restaurants in 1989, the Cafe Patachou restaurants, Napoli's Patachou, and she often tells the story that it was a really simple mission to bring food that she would want to put on the table at home. And it's really interesting that it's come full circle where she's had the opportunity now to put food on the table for a lot of other families at schools that we're serving. So yeah, definitely an inspirational woman.
Yeah.
So you've recently celebrated the 50,000th meal served, and congratulations to that.
Well, thank you.
That's a lot.
It's a lot of food. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
How long has the organization been in existence, the foundation?
So we've been around for 4 years, since 2013, and we started serving at one location. We were partnered with about 30 students that we were serving after school. And since then, we've grown. Now we're partnered with 8 different schools here in town. And we're really targeting areas that struggle with food access and just schools that have high rates of poverty. And we bring fresh foods into them. And we're serving about 850 meals a week right now.
Is there a good way for schools who have that need to get in touch with you all? Like, I imagine you want to connect with as many
Absolutely. I would
schools as
be
you
really
can.
happy to talk to anyone. You can find my contact information on our website. But
Cool.
we're really committed to all the schools that we're at. And so that's been one of our growth points, is to really get ingrained in the culture of the schools that we're at already.
Absolutely. Do you have any other alliances with other restaurants and restaurateurs, such as Cafe Patachou? And is that an on-ramping that you're looking to actually have for Indianapolis restaurateurs?
Yeah, I think we're always open to new opportunities to partner with other restaurant organizations, or really any organization who wants to get on board. One of the really great ways that we've been able to partner in the past with specifically lots of different people involved in the food service industry is to plug them into something that's meaningful for them. We have tons of servers that some of them work for Patachou and some of them work for other companies that really find value in serving great food, and now they're able to do that to kids and giving back to their community. And so that's been a really great opportunity for really just lots of community members to be a part of what we're doing.
There's so much bad food out there that's so terrible for anybody, but especially little child body, like little kids who need good, strong,
Absolutely.
healthy food. So to give back in that way, that must be really rewarding for.
Well, kids
for
are
anyone
making
involved.
lots of habits when they're really young.
Oh my
And
God,
so
yes.
by exposing kids to new things and also really great choices for their body, and telling them that healthy food and good choices can actually taste good, that's a great learning opportunity. So we kind of look at that dinner table that we create as a education space. But on top of that, we also couple the meals that we serve with a hands-on lesson that we do with kids around exploring new tastes and trying new flavors, and a little bit of cooking basics, and also just life skills around the table, being able to have a conversation. It's such an important thing that's should be modeled all the time. And so we do that with all the kids that we serve as well.
It's incredible.
That is, and I'll double down on that from an education standpoint. There's so many issues that are food-based, and just honestly, the food industry and such a reliance on high fructose and the entire sugar industry.
Yeah, it's kind of a hot mess.
It literally is, and there's an incredible addiction to sugar. And if you're actually teaching kids the right way, it's kind of like the Dave Ramsey thing. If you actually teach Financial Peace University and education on how to balance your checkbook,
Yeah, start with the
those
basics.
life skills are fantastic. I mean, in the space of knowing a good diet. I mean, I've had my own challenges in my life, but man, I see that in the kids that I interact with. There are so many challenges, and it's tough to get them out of that programming, because the food industry is trying to program them because it's an industry, because it's corporations.
Yeah. Well, we have Indianapolis Public Schools has a free and reduced lunch rate that
Yep.
hovers around 75%, which is really high.
Yeah.
In the schools that we serve, most of them are about 80 to 85, 90% free and reduced lunch rate, which is a kind of a poverty indicator. But
Right.
when you think about all the stress that you might face putting dinner on the table for your family, if you kind of couple all those issues with going to a job, maybe working 2 or 3 jobs, all the stressors that poverty kind of produces, it's really difficult. And we certainly never blame any of the families. We're a partner with all of them. So yeah.
At the same time, that those children feel that too. Parents try and keep that kind of thing away from their kids and protect them from knowing that, sometimes it's hard to put a meal on the table. But these kids don't ever have to know that. Like, they're getting these great meals and...
Sure, and they can also really learn to appreciate around the table what real food is. Yeah.
Fantastic. So back to Baby Got Brunch, and thanks for just setting this up. How did you connect with the Patachou Foundation and getting involved there?
Yeah, so all these things that Matthew was talking about are so important to me, and I feel like I'm always trying to, I have this thread in everything I do to, give back to the community and make connections and teach people about where their food comes from. And I think all those things are so important.
Yeah.
So the Patachou Foundation was just a natural choice. Yeah.
As far as the participants for the event, you've got some great restaurants on board.
Oh my
Do you want to tell
gosh.
us a little bit about those?
So many
How you chose between
Yeah.
so many options.
I mean, it's an open application process. So when we were just announcing, getting the word out there, anyone can apply. And we're actually still taking applications.
Cool.
So just trying to round off, and make sure there's enough food for everybody. So we have some of the best restaurants in town. We've got Bluebeard and Rook and Pioneer, and we have 22nd Street Diner, and Bee Coffee Roasters is our coffee partner on this event, and they'll be doing a League of Lattes on stage with a latte art competition. So lots of fun things
These are
to
good
interact
things.
with.
These are very good things.
All good work.
Yeah. And we've got some great places from like the north side too. So Eggshell Bistro and Luvino and Fisher's, and just some
Cool.
places that you may not have heard of, or just get to experience all the delicious things.
So if you're still accepting restaurants, how can they get in touch with you, or what's that application process?
We're on Facebook and Instagram.
Yep, we'll go through that.
If you know me, you can just reach out to me personally.
Just give you a text of some sort.
That's right. Yeah.
I am curious though, as far as brunch goes, what is your favorite brunch item?
Oh my gosh, so many things. This is a really loaded question for me.
We'll get
'cause
to
I
you and
love
your
it
bacon.
all. I'm much more of I love savory stuff more than I am a sweets person. So anything with bacon and
Say thank you. Thank
the
you.
salt, the fat, the acid, just the mixture of it all. Oh my gosh,
All of the things.
gotta
Matthew,
have a little bit of everything.
favorite brunch item?
Yeah, I'm gonna say the same thing. I'm a savory kind of guy. I love a good quiche. I won't lie.
Oh yeah,
Really?
Yeah, has to be a
Classic.
good one.
What kind of quiche?
If you were a quiche, what kind of quiche would you be?
This is a
And why?
psychological question.
Yes, and why?
I don't know. And I would definitely put bacon in it.
Bacon
That's
quiche.
for sure.
Thank you.
I
man.
respect
I
that.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right. Have you ever seen a bacon taco?
Here comes a squirrel, everyone.
Oh my goodness.
Now, a bacon taco is literally 6 strips of thick bacon woven with another 6 strips of thick bacon, folded with bacon-flavored mashed potatoes and
That's a lot of
cheese,
bacon.
and sprinkled bacon on top.
Do you remember what you just
a little
talked about?
gratuitous.
Healthy food. And the mission to
There
serve
was
our
a
families.
there was a healthy cow
Right.
someplace,
Right.
right? Well, actually, bacon's going to be a pig, but the fact of the matter is that at some point in time you have to be able to indulge and then bounce back, right? So if you're going to indulge with a bacon taco. So
Yeah, there's a fine line between indulgence and
easy,
just being
Ashley.
grody.
Easy, Ashley.
and bacon woven together. That's a new level.
Gotta check it out. Google bacon tacos. I mean, it is bloody amazing. So to wrap up, Baby Got Brunch. We've got a lot of restaurants attending, a lot of really great opportunities to come out. Where is it again?
It's at the Pan Am Pavilion.
Pan Am Pavilion?
We have just a few hundred tickets left, so it's selling out very quickly.
Very good.
But
It's $50, right?
$50 for general admission, and that's from 11 to 2. And then VIP tickets, which we only have literally a handful left, gets you in an hour early, and those are $75. So you can find tickets online.
You can pick.
That's extra
all the best.
mimosas and
Yeah.
extra bacon.
Yeah, avoid the lines and just get in and get to experience the
Wow.
whole thing an hour early. And so tickets are available on eventbrite.com. You can find the link through Facebook and our Instagram.
Yeah, we'll
Very
share all
cool.
that too. And we're going to share their social media handles and things
Yep,
too,
yep,
right?
yep, absolutely. So on Twitter, Baby Got Brunch. If we've got those loaded up, Facebook is facebook.com/Baby Got Brunch Indy. Instagram is Baby Got Brunch Indy as well. The Patachou Foundation. What's your website, by the way?
We don't have a website,
Aye.
not this year, but
I know
we-
somebody.
You might need a website.
Oh, food website.
we'll do this again.
Okay,
for sure.
Very good. With the Patachou Foundation, it's the Patachou.
No, not the Patachou.
Yeah, it's easily done. I mean, if you read it, it's easily consonants.
It's a new website. It's a new website
Okay, I'll
idea
just
for
read on
you.
the screen there. The PatachouFoundation.org. Twitter is Patachou 501c3. Facebook is Facebook.com, The Patachou Foundation. Instagram, The Patachou Foundation. See, I'm doing it well.
Very good. Patachou Foundation.
Jeez. LinkedIn is the Patachou Foundation as well, and we certainly appreciate Martha Hoover for being able to pull all this together and be able to do such a great thing regularly. It's a fantastic.
You're fired.
It really is.
Hot mess.
That's a wonderful
He's
thing. I
thinking
found.
about the bacon thing. I guarantee.
That's an amazing thing. I just
Bacon
found
talk,
that.
I know.
Found fantastic opportunity. So go check out everything and check out the foundation.
That's right.
And
Get your tickets.
And get your tickets before they all run out. Get your VIP tickets as well. So thank you so much, everybody, for participating.
Thank you for
Ashley,
having
Matt,
us.
Thanks for having
you're
us.
more than welcome. And next time you're more than welcome to bring some bacon.
All right.
Okay.
Or
duly
Duly
noted.
noted.
Or cinnamon rolls. Or cheese.
All right, so check it all out and be sure you participate in this great event because it's going to a worthy cause. All right, hey, we are continuing our wacky diatribe with a friend of the show. We are talking to Paul Poteet. He's on the edge right now.
Real life, real stories. Let's see what's trending in Indianapolis. This is Paul Poteet on the Edge.
We'll be in touch. Hi, Paul Poteet.
Paul. Now he's
Paul Poteet,
he's
hello.
faking that
Never
he's
heard
muted.
someone get so distracted by bacon as
Well, you don't know him well
You
enough.
do not know me well enough, sir.
All of a sudden, he's saying "fantastic" or whatever it is.
I've created that term.
Yeah,
I'm going to own that. I mean, we broadcast it. It's mine. Trademark.
I was told, guys, that if I wanted to be on from a remote location on today's Edge of Indy, I had to bring a bowling pin. Is that correct?
Very good.
Be careful with that, man.
I could barely get that in the shot. That's so huge. So
Fantastic.
huge.
Well,
Thank you. It's kind of like my head. That's from a Reggie Bowl, one of the the things he used to do every year, where he'd have the big fundraiser and go bowling up in the place in Noblesville, whose name escapes me right now.
Yep. Well, excellent. I appreciate you bringing the accommodating apparel or accessories
Yes,
for
very
the
good.
show.
That's right.
You passed the test. Very good.
Lucky I had a bowling pin.
I'm
here
just
in the,
wondering what
in the
else he's
compound.
got in the curio cabinet over. This is gonna
Next week, let's give him a harder one.
be, okay.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised the props I've accumulated after 30 some years in the
For
business.
some odd reason, I would not.
A bacon
be.
taco next
Yeah,
week.
bacon taco.
I have turkey bacon downstairs in the refrigerator. If you need something before the end of the show, Aaron, just let me know.
That is not bacon. I'm sorry.
I
That is not
know.
bacon.
I make some concessions to Mrs. P. She insists that I, be healthy and everything.
Well, I mean, we need to talk to her because it's literally not bacon. All right.
I'll sneak out to, a Bob Evans sometimes of a morning and, just get the real deal.
Stealth. It's like a SWAT exercise, like a tactical strike on Bob Evans just to
She'll
scratch your
never
bacon.
know.
Paul, hey, what do you got in the bag of whack this
What
week?
would you like to hear about first?
You pick,
got-
Paul. You're in charge.
Well, I got clowns, I got beer chicken, or depositing $1 million.
I would say beer chicken.
Beer chicken,
No,
go for
figures.
it.
That goes well with bacon. There's all of our indie brewery fans, beer is a big thing in this market the last few years. Take note, a pair of breweries in Virginia and New York have combined to produce a beer made with chicken.
Beer made with chicken.
Made with chicken, the Vale Brewing Company and
my.
Evil Twin Brewery have created fried chicken beer. There you go. It's an IPA style beer using trace amounts of fried chicken.
I'm concerned.
It's like chicken squeezings.
That's disgusting.
Chicken squid. It kind of looks, doesn't it? In that shot there,
That-
it sort of looks like chicken. It looks like when I donate plasma and I look over at the, or platelets, I should say, when I look over at the bag. That's what that glass there on the left is what it looks like.
Well,
Paul, that's just nasty,
you
man.
just made that even more disgusting, Paul. Thank you.
Maybe I'm sharing a little bit too much about my personal life here. Despite the small amounts of chicken, the brewery says it doesn't carry a poultry taste, which means, guys, it's the only thing in the world that doesn't taste like chicken.
Wow. It's like, yeah, exactly. Everything tastes like chicken, right? Except for that beer. All right.
So I'm saying if it's, if it sells well there, keep your eye out. Maybe if Sun King is watching right now, we'll,
I don't
You should
think
call it-
they'll go there.
You should call it baked chicken, if you drink enough of them.
Oh,
All right.
Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. All right. This is the story of a man who may have been a little baked. It's a guy, you read about people trying to pass bad money, right? At the store or at a bank or whatever. And usually it's like small bills. A 33-year-old Sioux Falls man is alleged to have tried to deposit a $1 million bill.
Uh-huh.
There was only one bill involved in this story.
I'd like to deposit this, please. And you are? Okay. It was
I can't say, but I can tell you that it is $1 million. It's Dr. Evil is at the line with the teller.
Oh, my
now, unfortunately, he was asked to empty his pockets. They didn't find any real money, but they did find some real meth.
they found some methamphetamines, everyone.
Yeah, they did find that, and it says there no charges were filed in relation to it. But
because they were laughing too much.
That's right. How bad could it have been? Wow. Is there another button next to the panic button that's just like, I can't believe this guy's trying to do this button that's next to that button?
This is too damn funny button, right?
Yeah,
can you imagine calmly walking into a bank and being like, I would like to deposit this, please. Thank you very much. Into my checking. Like,
how much is it? It's $1 million. I would just be concerned about I would be worried about getting the deposit slip right. Getting the comma in the right place and the right number of zeros after it.
Just think if he actually made a mistake and put it into a vending machine. All right?
With like 10 million candy bars. Wow. Thank you very much.
Better luck next time, sir.
See, Paul can match my squirrel.
I know, Paul.
He puts a saddle on my squirrel and just kind of rides it for a while.
I'm still thinking about bacon and bowling. So bacon and bowling together. Be the next thing, like traffic and weather together, bacon and bowling.
There it is.
That's now we'll go from a clown at the bank to a clown in a motel. How would you like to buy a clown motel?
I wouldn't.
Yeah, it's scary on its own right.
Are you afraid of clowns, either one of you guys?
I don't like them.
If I drove by a clown motel, I'd literally be scared at that point in time.
It's called the Clown Motel. It's in this rural town. It's northwest of Las Vegas in Nevada.
Of course
it's decorated. Yeah. What happens with the clowns in Vegas stays with the clowns in Vegas. Okay. It's decorated with about 600 figurines, full-sized mannequins. That's the creepiest. And pictures of clowns. The sad clown, stuff like that. And there's one of the clowns right there on the side outside of the Clown Motel.
Who the heck thought this was a good idea?
Well, it's been around for a couple of decades. The current owner, this place has had more than one owner. The current owner, he's like 79 years old and he wants to retire. He's had it for 22 years. And he says he hopes to sell the motel in a month, but he is, quote, insistent the clowns.
I thought he was going to say insane.
He is part of the insistent clown posse.
I see what you did there.
Thank you. He is insistent that the clowns stay, and the employees who have been at the motel for a long time are afraid of losing work. They're not afraid of clowns. They're afraid the clowns are coming to an end. So the guy who has it now, it's
what warped realm of reality are we in?
The appliances stay, the clowns stay. Okay.
Paul takes us down these weird wormholes.
There's like a clown clause in the buyout contract.
That's right.
Wow.
Look at those FC Tucker documents carefully and make sure that you haven't signed any kind of clown paperwork.
Oh my Lord!
So you have to be able to take the place over, and have to be able to maintain it, and you also have to maintain it as a clown outfit. So I would say, if you're going to buy this place, just between you and me, that sounds like pretty big shoes to fill.
Oh,
must love clowns.
Oh my gosh! You have a snare drum.
Wait. It works on video just as well as it works on the radio.
Oh,
very good.
Thank you very much.
Got a good sound to it, Paul. That's a great bell.
Well, it's gotten a lot of work out. So those are some of the some of the strangest little, areas that I've taken people down in central Indiana in on the internet this week.
Oh, my Lord. Oh, well, you know what? Hey, that's fantastic. Let's leave the clowns where they are. It is
in Las Vegas.
A creepy story.
Let sleeping clowns lie. Is that what you're saying?
There it is. Thank you. All right.
And it's the strangest thing when you go out in the parking lot, too, and people get out of the cars in the parking lot, and one gets out of a car, and another one gets out of a car, and people just keep getting out of.
This is like an unending joke routine here.
Oh, Paul.
Thank you. Would you like some weather, too? People always like a little bit of weather.
Yeah, please change the subject, please.
They've had some awesome luck at the state fair. Speaking of bacon, at the state fair this year. Yeah.
Bring me back in, man. Bring me back in.
Yeah,
we have a bacon count for how many times we
tie
said
it up
bacon.
in a little bow. Don't you worry about that. They've had awesome weather out at the fair this year, and it continues here. There are chances of showers on Friday and Sunday. If you're making your plans, you may want to go for Saturday instead of Sunday, and maybe a little better chance on Sunday. We've only had I just counted it up for the website earlier today. We've had 6 90-degree days so far this season. The normal is 18, and we're running into almost the middle of August here. So it looks like it's going to end up being a summer. A little bit maybe cooler than average, certainly wetter than average, but not a lot of rain in the next few days. Those chances on Friday and Sunday. As we record this on Wednesday, it is beautiful out there.
Yeah, it is.
Blue skies right now. Just a lovely day.
You keep it up, Paul. Keep the weather exactly as it is, okay?
Yes, that's right. And you don't think about clowns tonight while you're trying to get to sleep,
Oh,
okay?
wow, he just did that.
Won't. He just wished
Sleep.
that on me.
Many pleasant nightmares.
You're like channeling Sammy Terry now, too. Okay.
That's right. Well, I used to work with him long ago.
Oh, man. I got to hear that story sometime in the future.
Sometime I'd put that on the list of things. You buy me a couple of Manhattans, I'll tell you about.
Awesome. I'm hearing Manhattans regularly stacking up here. So
I'm trying to subliminally plant a seed.
So is he with bacon. So he wants
you
show up with bacon.
I see a convergence in our future.
Exactly.
All right, man. Thanks so much, Paul, for the wacky stories, and thank you for creeping us out with the clowns.
Thanks, Paul.
And thanks for the weather. We'll check in with you next week, man.
All right. See you guys soon.
All right. All right. Take care. All right. That's Paul on the Edge.
That's Paul Petit.
Really? Okay. Hey, coming up next, we're going to be joined by Eat Here Indy and by an old friend of the show, owner of Goose the Market. Time to talk even more food today. Well, this was such a tedious investment in the Indianapolis community. We wanted to really help NX3 shine. It's a fantastic opportunity to be able to bring site strategics and everything that we've been able to grow to be here over the last few years, and then plug into the community, be able to help, be able to support a number of brands that are here. But more importantly, really, it's a gathering for our team to really just get out of the office and just have some fun together. A lot of times we're working so hard that we don't see a lot of the tech startup community, and this is exactly why we moved downtown, is to be able to have that connection, and this was a great platform to be able to really roll out what we do. Last year was the year of pivot. I mean, we left the South Side, knew that we had to be downtown in Indianapolis just because of the technology scene. And on top of that, we tripled our footprint, our square foot footprint downtown to make room for our live cast studio, as well as be able to expand into a much larger collaborative space for all our employees. Our role in the tech community is going to take off like a rocket ship. It honestly is, we look to help give lift to so many companies with our digital marketing tactics, as well as our studio, to be able to paint the picture, tell the why story of so many of these organizations. We've got a great team of videographers, be able to, podcast technology that is surpassing almost everybody in the country. And I'm really proud of this convergence of skills and technology to help tell the story for all of these other companies. We have organically grown, and we are now bringing a great number of really sharp people into our organization, because it's time to do that now. And with everything that we've been able to invest in from skill sets and technology, we are now really able to tell our own story as well as so many other companies. And I got a lot of pride in who is part of this organization now. I'm proud of each and every individual that works for Site Strategics. There's no way I could have ever done this without a good deal of blessings and a good deal of really caring people to get us to this degree. And I'm just so excited about what we're about to do. The next couple of years is just going to be fantastic.
This is Edge of Indy, showcasing Indianapolis tech trends, marketing industry champions, and business innovation. Broadcasting from Edge Media Studios. Now, let's get back to today's topic.
All things food. If you didn't catch this is a food-oriented theme show. We have in-house a good fleet of friends here. We have Brad Hauser, founder and president of Eat Here Indy, and we also have Chris Eli. Oh, we also have. I just dropped the name.
Austin Burris.
Austin Burris. Literally, I had.
I like that Chris knew too.
I take over whenever you're ready.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Austin, how are you doing, sir?
I'm great. How are you doing?
Very good. Co-founder of Eat Here Indy as well. We also have Chris Eli, owner.
Ely. I know.
Got you.
You know he's not gonna. You met him before.
You met-
Good friend.
Dude,
Eli,
man,
right?
you
You're
met-
my good
well,
friend.
You messed with me. You stepped in my turf. I'm going to pronounce your name wrong.
All right.
All right. Owner of Goose.
Geese. Owner of Geese.
Goose the
Here's the
market.
market. Yes, sir.
But you
all
have
right.
geese. Do you own
do.
any geese?
Yeah.
I don't know any.
No.
We'll sell them, though.
Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you.
No, you're more than welcome. It's great to have you back, Chris.
Good to be back.
And
Good
Brad,
friend.
And Brad is a good friend.
Yes.
Well, see, if you remember, he said he was going to bring over some
meat.
some meats.
Oh, I did, didn't I?
He didn't do that.
So
You gotta
you're-
get my name right first.
He is,
and I'll bring
he is
him over.
unknown to me.
I know. We'll work through it. We can fix this relationship. I believe that.
All right. Well, you know what? It's great to have everybody here. You're from Eat Here Indy. Can you tell us a little bit about what Eat Here Indy is? I got a theme here. I kind of figured this one out, but
He thinks
Go
it might
through it.
have something to do with food.
And
Can you
yeah,
tell us more?
So Eat Here Indy, we're a fully digital media company that connects online viewers to local restaurants here in Indianapolis. We also play as an ad agency for the restaurant and hospitality space, providing digital insight, content creation, social media management for local businesses here in the city.
How
Very
did you
cool.
get into that? How did you do this?
Yeah, most definitely. It's pretty funny because everything here in the state really is print based, and times are shifting. We're consuming media in different ways and different formats. So wanted to create something that's more millennial driven, that's more relatable to the things that we consume on a daily basis. So we came up with Eat Here Indy simply because we're big foodies here. We're born and raised both in Indianapolis, and we've seen the restaurant industry and its progression and how it's come about. So we want to make sure people are consuming this information and having it accessible as much as possible in a fun format that they can recognize and relate to. So.
Also consuming all the food, correct?
And consuming the
Right.
food, yeah.
there's a have a perk there, isn't there?
Yeah, there's some perk. Try to stay active, but as much as I can. But there's a lot of food involved, and it's a good time.
Yeah, and you're doing a noble thing just in the space you're in from digital marketing for restaurants, because I mean they don't know this space. They honestly don't. And as a addition, kind of a complementary agency, we get that. The owners themselves, they want to do what they do, and they don't want to get into the space of digital marketing, and a lot of times you'll see that done poorly. I mean, there are some horror stories out there from
Shots fired.
oh my
Done
gosh.
poorly. Whoa.
not saying anything. I'm just saying, I mean, you can get yourself in trouble, especially when it comes down to food, because, I mean, the review realm, the consumers that actually are at the restaurants, I mean, they're slightly opinionated, and if you gonna rub somebody the wrong way, man, they'll go out there and just brandish you to no stopping them.
That is true with the Yelp of the world. It's
Yeah.
like if you see bad reviews on Yelp, I will not go. Like if I see a review that says like found a piece of hair in my thing at such and such place, I'll be like, see you never.
See you never.
Yeah. So one of my favorite restaurants, Bynum Steakhouse down on Madison, right? Literally had a review where the lady was complaining that literally there was no vegan what have you. She was just complaining about everything that was no vegetarian meal. You're at a steakhouse,
Yeah.
right? I mean, get it right. Go down the street. It does if you're there. I mean, but
He's very passionate about his meat. I'm sorry.
Aren't we all?
But I mean, when it comes down to reviews and social media and engagement, I mean, the consumer is really controlling the brand. So that's a big challenge if you're actually helping restaurants with the social media engagement, because at any point in time, you've got to pay attention to what people are saying in the channels, right?
Most definitely. And to piggyback on what you said, restaurants.
Is it big?
Huh?
Keep on going.
That was a good one.
Oh my.
Restaurants are, nowadays, especially in Indy market, they're opening up. Not a huge budget. We work with a lot of local, but they have to understand the concept of pushing that message and making sure it's quality and people actually consume it the way they want it. So they usually don't have times. The owners are doing several things in the restaurant space, and they'll have their server, take their pictures or do their video.
Yep.
There's no really
Strategy.
There's no strategy
Right.
at all to it. So we come in and work with them directly, on multiple occasions, in-house, back of house, in-house and back of house, working with the restaurant. So
Very
That's a cool niche to get into.
Absolutely. And that means whenever you get into that type of vertical, then you can wash, rinse, and repeat a lot of really good tactics.
definitely.
Right, and that's also a challenge whenever you're you're trying to be an advertising agency, is trying to do everything for everybody. It can backfire. You've got to be able to have really good, repeatable tactics that you've seen improve. So
Definitely.
that's fantastic.
Hey, Chris, what's new at Goose the Market?
All kinds of stuff. There's always new stuff going on over there.
What's new?
We got the Grill Fridays we've been doing at the market. So this is every other Friday. We've seen some of your folks over there, which has been fantastic.
Tell me, I don't know about that. Please
We
tell
don't
me.
know about that one.
This
Tell us.
Fridays, it's banh mi. So we're doing banh mi, sandwiches, Vietnamese rice noodle, salad, Vietnamese cold, Vietnamese chilled coffees, and of course beer and wine always available on the patio as well. But yeah, they've been great. We've done all. We have the next one coming up 2 weeks after that. It's porchetta. So every 2 weeks there's something a little bit different. We've done a taco. We've done all different types of stuff. So it's been a lot of fun. We're going to start some carving stations out front on Wednesdays. So that's something new that we're working on. Probably start up here in a couple of weeks. So we always,
Can you bring a carving station here next time?
Yeah, of course.
Can we
Do you
actually
mean
said
it,
that-
or
I don't
do
know,
you
I
mean
said
it,
that
or will
last
you
time.
actually do it?
Well, I'll agree to anything while we're sitting here.
And we have it documented. What did we call him on this? Yes, said it right there on the mic.
I'm not going to say no.
I'm posting this to Yelp immediately.
Yeah, right?
Owner commits.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fantastic. Now, you're all psyched up about Baby Got Brunch. You're also participating in the Baby Got Brunch event on August 26th, right?
We are, yeah. We've been known to be the distributors of some fine brunch products from our market. So, obviously bacon and hillbilly sausage and some of these things that we're kind of known for. We're in that brunch realm. But for this, we're going to be doing we're kind of sponsoring the Bloody Mary bar there. So we're going to do some nice salumi and cheese, pickled vegetables, all types of things so you can build your own.
Oh, wow.
This isn't going to be like your typical hot sauce and celery powder.
Right.
Build your own. This is going to be a really nice
I dig it.
table of accoutrement for your Bloody Mary.
It's like an antipasto Bloody Mary.
Exactly. It's going to be a meal for sure.
You're fancy.
And again, nobody showed up with treats for us.
I know.
Man, oh man, oh man. So how did you get to know Baby Got Brunch and the Patachou Foundation?
Well, I've known Ashley for a number of years. Cool. We actually worked together at the market at one point in time. That's how we've kept in touch, obviously, over the years. And just asked us to be involved. And with that kind of name, Baby Got Brunch, how could you not, right? So we said yes. And So
And
excited.
as far as Eat Here Indy goes, you have to hear about events like this and just think like this is a gold mine. Like this needs to happen all the time.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like bi-monthly,
Yeah, monthly
something.
and
weekly,
on
daily.
these capacities as well. Baby Got Brunch is just a great concept. The brunch scene here is growing, obviously with Milktooth putting it on a national scale. But her testing the innovation with things like this, it's all good. And
Yes, more,
we need it.
more,
Yeah,
bring
we need it.
more.
Mhm.
Definitely. What do you think, Austin?
Yeah, I mean, I think events overall need to happen more here. I mean, we've had the Mac and Cheese Fest, we've had the Brunch Fest, we've had just the Taco Festival just recently, but these are just happening now, and it hasn't been that scale as before. And we see other markets that we're trying to attain or get to, but we're not there yet.
Right. I mean, Chicago is huge, and
sure.
they've got it down.
Literally.
Right.
But I mean, they've got so many different quadrants for different types of food, different ethnicities. But at the same time, they have such a focus on the food culture.
Right.
I mean, any given day, there's something going on that's a connection to all the residents there, and I mean, they've just got a fantastic panorama of events the entire year, right? We're starting to see that now here in Indianapolis, and there's starting to be an embrace of good quality restaurants that are wanting to jump in and really define what it is to be an Indianapolis restaurateur, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, when you think about the best way to bring people together is over food. Like that's an activity we all A, need to do is eat, and B, like to do. So
Absolutely.
more events like this, I mean, we need this all the time. We need this all the time.
Well, that's one reason, we started Eat Here Indy.
Yeah.
It brings every culture together. Food is non-discriminate, and anybody can enjoy it in any culture. So it's definitely a great thing for everybody.
But you got to enjoy bacon.
I love bacon.
You don't have to.
Yes, you do. There's something wrong with you if you don't. I'm just saying.
Can I ask each of you your favorite brunch food? Because I just like talking about it.
I'll pass it over to Austin.
I'm not sure I have a favorite brunch food. I like different things. I want something I can't have anywhere else. So I like
Do you go the seafood route at all?
Seafood route, sometimes we don't have a great seafood brunch here in Indianapolis, but we great to see it.
Yeah, there used to be one way up on the north side. It was the Fisherman's Dock or something like that a long time ago. A whaling station.
Oh, really? Is
A
that
whaling station.
Nobody knows what
I
you're
don't
talking
even
about.
know.
Okay, I'm old. I get it. Thanks a lot.
I don't remember
And
that.
I love like the cereal bars that you'll see in like Chicago and Miami that actually take cereal and encompass it into different dishes.
Huh. Very cool. Very cool. All right.
Brad?
My go-to brunch right now is I love Lavino's Fishers. It's a newer restaurant here. Milktooth, obviously.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just depends on how I'm feeling and what time of day it is, and
A brunch for every mood.
yeah,
You might say.
Chris,
seriously.
your favorite brunch food?
My favorite brunch food probably it's got to be biscuits and gravy.
Smart.
Classic. I
Ooh,
like
yeah, yeah,
biscuits
yeah.
and gravy, and Love Handles. I mean, his biscuits
Love
and gravies
Handle.
are
Yeah.
so good, so good. So that's probably mine.
I could
yeah.
go for a good cinnamon roll right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Is this an issue? Do we need to stop the show?
Maybe.
Okay.
Can we have those delivered? Is there someone who will deliver
Who
that
has a
thing?
really good cinnamon roll here in town?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Please,
I
if
wonder
you have
I
good
wonder if
cinnamon
Ashley
rolls,
knows out there.
please tweet me at Yellow
She does
Brittany.
know.
Chicken and
Long
waffles is
John.
big too.
That's
Yeah.
a good one too.
Yeah,
yeah,
I know that's
chicken
one of his
and
favorites.
waffles.
It's one of mine as
Yeah.
well. So
It's hard to mess that up too.
at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you do
I guess
it bad,
you,
yeah,
I guess
could,
you can, but
yeah.
it's hard.
Chicken could be a little dry,
And hot sauce.
and the hot sauce. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
On chicken and waffles?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
With syrup?
Oh, yeah.
That's Louisiana style.
I went to college in Louisiana and I don't recall hot sauce on my chicken and waffles.
Can y'all educate her, please?
Y'all.
Definitely.
Really?
Yeah, hot- you gotta have hot
even
sauce
Metro
on it.
Diner does it and actually put it in the hot sauce itself, or in the syrup itself.
No.
Yep, 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 yep.
No.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It is awesome.
Gotta shut this down.
All
Gotta shut
right.
it down.
All
I
right.
guess I'll try
So is Eat Here Indy going to be part of the Baby Got Brunch?
Yeah, we're actually doing some promotion from them. We did a giveaway just last week.
Cool.
And
What'd you give away?
2 tickets.
Dang it. Do you have more?
I mean, and we'll be on site doing some coverage of it.
We'll lock
the
the
event.
doors, and tickets will actually be the password to get out of the studio.
Yep. Sorry.
Okay. I'm all right with that.
Very cool. So, are you working with a number of the restaurants that are at the event?
Right. I mean, we've worked with a number of the restaurants throughout our time as Eat Here Indy, and we get out to each of the restaurants, covering their brunch, their other offerings.
Cool. Very good, very good. So we're certainly going to post the restaurants on our show page, referring to everybody, and give some links out to all the different, because links are some valuable commodity. Yeah, right. Sure. You can check out Eat Here Indy on Twitter at Eat Here Indy. Fantastic. As well as Facebook and Instagram, Eat Here Indy. Goose the Market at Goose the Market on Twitter. Goose the Market on. Some fantastic branding here.
Good job, everyone. Really strong branding.
Corey Quinn right there.
So, recommend a dish over at Goose the Market.
Oh, man. Banh mi sandwiches on Friday. Come to it. Yep. Right. For lunch.
We're going to have to actually execute some of our own marketing as a team over at Goose. You realize that?
Well, he didn't bring me food today, so I'm going to have to think about it.
Shame.
We'll see.
You got to get on our good side.
You got some making up to do, man.
I know, I do. Next time.
Sure.
All righty, and certainly follow Eat Here Indy. They're doing some great work inside of online marketing for restaurants who really, really do need it. You want to make sure that you engage with the consumers, because they have a voice and they're talking about the restaurants. Whether or not you're talking back to them, I mean, there's certainly an advocacy group and brand loyalists that need to be connected with.
Yeah.
So
it would be silly not to interact with your audience on there, because they're interacting with you whether you like it or not, and you're missing complaints and comments and suggestions. You're
missing out on customers,
right?
Yeah, and you're not giving, from a social media standpoint, you're not giving your brand loyalists the chance to be able to champion what you're doing. So I mean, digital marketing makes sometimes even the most sense in these type of markets. So
I'm gonna go tweet Goose the Market as soon as we get off.
That's an odd sentence to say. Actually,
what do you mean?
It is.
I'm gonna go tweet him right now.
Very good.
And tell him what I would like him to bring me next time.
So you're going to publicly shame him? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Fantastic. All right. Well, thanks everybody for participating in the show, and we're certainly give you kudos for jumping in there and making sure that you're doing some great brand awareness. Hey, thanks so much for everybody that participated in this show, and congratulations to the team of Site Strategics and with their giant check. They literally have the giant check written out to Indy Humane that we're going to take to them here sometime in moments coming up. So thanks to everybody who gives us lift on the show and participating in the show. And remember, if you want to be on the show, just to simply reach out. We are certainly wanting to connect with businesses regularly that are moving and shaking inside of Indianapolis. So remember to choose local and choose local often, and give back to Indianapolis. It's a great place to live and work and visit. So you want to be able to shine right here. So thanks to everybody, and we'll see you next week. Remember, choose local. Take care.